With generic Ozempic now available in Canada, there's been a lot of buzz, but with that buzz comes some confusion as well. Here's our wellness expert, Kyle Buchanan. He joins us this morning with some ways to support your health, whether you are taking a GLP-1 or maybe you're just curious about them.
Exactly. It's very popular. A lot of people are on them. Someone you know, if you are not, is on them. So there are things to consider that is vitally important. So we're going to go through some considerations today.
Okay. So you say protein should be a top priority for people taking them?
Yeah, here's the thing. When you're on a GLP-1 medication, your appetite does drop. And that can mean you're not as hungry for food, including protein. And that's a problem because research shows that without intentional protein intake, up to 25% to 40% of the weight you lose on these medications can come from lean tissue and not body fat. And we want to keep as much muscle as we can, so you have to keep on top of your protein. The number I like working with is 0.7 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, ideally from whole foods. But here's the thing. If you drink protein powders or collagen powders, liquid protein, it can be advantageous because you can drink it and not get super full. You're still getting some protein in. And when you do have a plate in front of you, because you're not as hungry, eat your protein first before moving on to the next stuff. Yeah, you just have to think a little bit more about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good tips there. Up next, when it comes to strength, we want to keep strength training and lifting weights.
Yeah, because cardio, I love cardio. It's great for the heart, but it doesn't do a lot to prevent muscle loss during rapid weight loss, which a lot of people go through on these medications. Resistance training is the intervention with the strongest evidence. I know
you brought the heavy 1 pounders.
The heavy one, but listen, you know what? You do this as you work. You lift 100 of these, you will feel it in your arms, okay?
I didn't even know a 1 pound dumbbell existed.
I know, but again,
Even I can do it.
it's the cutest thing in the world. So when you do resistance training, it actually signals your body to hold on to that muscle during weight loss. And the ideal combination is adequate protein plus resistance training. Any weight loss journey you do this, you can preserve as much muscle mass as you can, which is incredibly important. We don't want to be losing muscle.
Are these to help babies build muscles?
Can you imagine? I mean, never say never. It could be like, is your 1-year-old lifting yet? Really important.
Okay, hydration.
Hydration. And this is another thing we don't realize. When people are on these medications, people either are maybe less thirsty or they're not eating as much and their fluid intake can go down without them even realizing it. And people can experience things like fatigue and headaches and constipation. And it's really easy to think that it's maybe just side effects of the medication, but it could be a water problem and that you're not drinking enough water. So you want to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated can also help manage some of the GI side effects of these medications, like nausea, especially in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just want to, again, just like the protein, we just want to remember and remind ourselves to drink water throughout the day.
All right. Yeah. I think we just saw a preview of our next topic, which is to fuel up, but do it smarter.
Yeah. At the end of the day, when you aren't eating as much, every bite counts more than it ever has before. Experts are flagging real concerns around micronutrient deficiencies with these medications, things like calcium and magnesium, because either people are not eating enough calories because they're just not hungry, or they're not eating enough nutrient-dense calories. So everything on your plate really has to earn its place. Protein, make sure, like a variety of veggies for antioxidant variety, healthy fats. You don't have as much leeway with your diet when you're on these medications, because if you eat a lot of processed foods, that'll fill you up, but it doesn't have that nutrient density and you won't be hungry for the other stuff. So there's less wiggle room in terms of nutrition. So you want to fuel smarter. Everything does have to earn its place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, how can we support our own production of GLP-1 in a natural way?
Yeah, absolutely. There are things we can do. We produce this hormone. Not to sing the same note, but protein's a big lever for this. Protein does help stimulate GLP-1 release. Prebiotic fibers are lesser known ways to support this GLP-1. So prebiotic fibers found in things like asparagus and oats and garlic and leeks. These help to feed the good bacteria in our gut, which then produce these wonderful compounds that help to signal more GLP-1 production. Polyphenols as well, getting a lot of colors and antioxidants work along the same lines. And exercise and sleep. again, a poor sleep can actually blunt the GLP-1 response after meals on the next day. So when you don't sleep well, you tend to be a little bit more hungry, you don't get those full signals as much, and this is yet another reason to prioritize sleep. And again, exercise a few times a week. It is the basics, but it is hard sometimes to remember, especially as we get into summer, to do these things. But I would say sleep, priority, and then protein and fiber.
Okay.
Right. Just our final minute, can I ask you as our wellness expert, what is your take on GLP-1? Because obviously with the generic version available now, as we mentioned off the top, more accessible, it's more affordable for more people. What do you think of it?
I think it can be an incredible tool for the right person. There's a lot of people that experience nonstop food noise, whether it's because of their own GLP-1 production. It is a very useful tool. What I worry about is that when people don't get as hungry as normal, it's easy to let things slide here and there, and then you can run into issues like nutrient deficiencies, muscle loss. So there's certain things that will keep us stronger as we age that we need to remember and not just assume that we're not hungry so we don't need to eat. It's just you have to be a little bit more responsible with your lifestyle and your diet when you're on these medications. But I think, again, for the right person, I think it's an absolute it has been a game changer for a lot of people. I know a lot of people on it, and the fact that the price point is going down, I think accessibility to everything is really important. So it's another option at our disposal.
Yeah, and you got to have patience as well, because I know a few people on it too. Yeah. My one friend just started, and he says, I'm the only person that gained weight on Ozempic. They've been on it like 2 weeks, and it takes a little while to kick in, right?
Yeah, that's not the best start. Yeah, and the thing is, everyone experiences it differently. People do, and even with side effects, some people start taking it, they're fine. Other people, it becomes too intense and they have to stop, in which case doing things naturally to support is really important. But
listen to your body.
Listen to your body. I am all for more options than fewer, but education and equipping yourself with the knowledge to support yourself while you're on these medications, it's incredibly important.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks, you too.
All right.